Welcome back to Ridiculous Chinese, the podcast where we unravel the fascinating world of languages. I'm Elaine.
And I'm Eric. Today, we're diving into a topic that might surprise you: English loanwords in the Chinese language.
That's right. English and Chinese are wildly different languages, but English words have found their way into Mandarin, Cantonese, and even regional dialects over the years. Today, we're exploring how it happened, what those words are, and how they've been adapted.
And trust us, this isn't just about kāfēi and chāokali. It's way deeper. Ready to dig in?
Let's set the stage. The introduction of English loanwords into Chinese really kicked off in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. This was a time of rapid globalization, colonization, and Western influence in East Asia.
Right. During this era, English-speaking countries, especially Britain and the United States, had a huge impact on trade, education, and technology in China. English terms for modern concepts, goods, and ideas started creeping into the Chinese vocabulary.
For example, the word shāfā comes from the English word sofa, and māda is derived from motor. These words filled gaps in Chinese vocabulary because there weren't native terms for these foreign innovations.
It's interesting how loanwords often reflect what a society needed at that moment in history, whether it was furniture, technology, or food.
Loanwords in Chinese can be categorized into three main types: transliterations, semantic translations, and hybrids. Let's break these down.
This is the most common type. It's when an English word is phonetically adapted into Chinese using similar-sounding characters. For instance, 可口可乐 literally means tasty and happy. Genius branding. 汉堡 retains the sound of hamburger, but uses characters that make sense in Chinese.
And don't forget 吉普车, which keeps the sound of jeep, while adding 车, meaning car, to make it logical in Chinese. This type is also fascinating. Instead of borrowing the sound, Chinese takes the meaning of the English word and creates a new phrase. For example, software becomes ranjian, meaning soft part. Telephone is danhua, which literally means electric speech.
I love how poetic some of these translations are. They're like little linguistic riddles.
Hybrids combine Chinese and English elements. A great example is karaoke, where kara mimics the sound of kara in karaoke, and OK stays as is.
Another one is t-shirt, where T is the English letter and shi means shirt in Chinese. Simple and effective.
Fast forward to the modern era, and English loanwords are everywhere in Chinese, especially in pop culture, business, and technology.
Totally. Social media platforms and globalized trends have amplified this. For instance, 网络 might be a semantic translation, but people also say Wi-Fi directly. The term 粉丝 originally meant vermicelli noodles, but now it's slang for fans of celebrities or influencers.
And in tech, words like app and AI are straight up borrowed without much change.
Let's not forget 点赞, which means like or thumbs up online. It combines the action of clicking and approval, blending local and global ideas.
Loanwords can vary significantly depending on the Chinese-speaking region. For example, in Hong Kong, which has a long history of British influence, you'll hear more direct English borrowings in daily Cantonese.
Right, like how bus is just
巴士
and taxi is
的士
But in mainland China, you're more likely to hear 出租车, which means rented car.
And in Taiwan, you'll notice unique terms influenced by American culture like 巧克力 and kāfēi.
It's a reminder that even within the Chinese language, the way English loanwords are adapted reflects regional history and culture.
Of course, not everyone is thrilled about the influx of English loanwords in Chinese. Some linguists and cultural critics worry about linguistic purity and the erosion of traditional vocabulary.
There's even a term for this phenomenon, 洋金邦英语, or pidgin language, referring to a mix of Chinese and English that can be hard for purists to swallow.
At the same time, others argue that loanwords enrich the language and make it more versatile. After all, languages have always evolved by borrowing and adapting.
Exactly. It's a sign of global interconnectedness. Besides, Some English words are just too iconic to replace.
Let's end with some of our favorite quirky English loanwords in Chinese. I'll start. Hēikè. It literally means black guest. How cool is that?
Good one. I love bǐjīní. It sounds so similar to the original word, but with a fun Chinese twist.
And cool. It's one syllable, easy to remember, and it's everywhere in pop culture.
Oh, and sālā. It's such a simple transliteration, but it feels so natural in Chinese now.
English loanwords in Chinese are a testament to how languages adapt and evolve. They're like snapshots of cultural exchange, reflecting history, technology, and globalization.
And they make learning Chinese even more fun. So, what's your favorite English loanword in Chinese? Let us know in the comments or reviews.
Thanks for joining us on this linguistic adventure. Don't forget to subscribe to Ridiculous Chinese for more fascinating stories about languages. 再见 and see you next time.